student, this is Preeti More and I welcome you all to today's YouTube video. In the last year, yesterday we have just started our chapter 15 from geography, rotation and revolution, and this chapter is there in your exam. So we just have to complete this first. So we have just cleared the concept. I have just explained the concept of rotation and the revolution. The rotation means the one-day journey of the earth around the sun, and because of the rotation we feel day and night, and this one rotation, for the one rotation the earth need 24 hours, that means one day. And when the earth faces toward the sun, that time we feel the day, and the other side of the earth is not facing towards the sun, that time we feel night. So rotation is the cause of day and night. So that one day journey of the earth around the sun is called rotation. Now the revolution, in the revolution we have seen the revolution, the journey of the earth around the sun. The whole journey of the earth around the sun is called revolution, and for completing that one journey the earth needs 365 days, and that 365 days we call as 1 year. But there is also 1/4 days, that means 1/4 means 6 hours, and we added this one day as 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, it is 24 hours, and that 24 hours is one day, and that one day is adding after a 4 year in the month of February. So that year is called leap year. Now just because of the revolution, the whole journey in the year, we feel the summer, we feel winter season, we feel rainy season, we feel spring season. So many seasons are there, but main 3 seasons how we feel just because of the revolution. Let's see in the season. So there is also one diagram. The revolution of the earth causes season on the surface of the earth. So the seasons, let's see on page number 129. The revolution of the earth around the sun and the tilt of its axis causes the changes in season. That means the revolution of the earth around the sun is causes season. Just because of that revolution we feel the season and we enjoy the season. But how the season change? The tilt of its axis causes the changes. We have seen on the globe there are some imaginary lines, that means the axis, some latitudes and longitudes are there, and just because of this tilt means उनके झुकाव के वजह से हम सीजन का चेंजेस देख सकते हैं. As you can see in the diagram, on 21st June the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. So here in the 21st June the North Pole is toward the sun. That means here you see in your textbook there is this one diagram, 21st June, and the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. That means tilt toward the sun, the North Pole का जो फेस है वो किसके तरफ जा रहा है? सन के तरफ. You can see that clearly. That's why the North Pole, you can see in the diagram on 21st June the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. Yes, it is clearly we can see over there, and the overhead or the direct rays of the sun fall on the Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree N. So the North Pole is little tilt, मतलब North Pole किसके तरफ झुकाव है? North Pole का झुकाव sun के तरफ है. That's why the sun rays is directly falling on the North Pole. The sun rays is directly falling on the North Pole because here on 21st June the North Pole is tilted toward the sun, and the sun rays is directly coming on the North Pole. This position of the earth is called summer solstice. So this position where the north pole is tilted toward the sun and sun rays is coming directly on the north pole, and this position of the earth is called summer solstice. Since the sun rays are falling directly, the northern hemisphere has the summer season, with 21st June being the longest day. So you just underline that when the north pole tilt towards the sun and sun rays are directly falling on the north pole, that time that position of the earth is called summer solstice, and the northern hemisphere has the summer season. That time the northern hemisphere, जो भी countries जो भी कंट्री नॉर्थ हेमिस्फीयर में आती है वहाँ कौन सा सीजन होता है, समर सीजन. Whenever the countries are falling in the northern hemisphere and when the north pole is tilted toward the sun and the sun rays are directly falling on the north pole, that time there is the summer season, and 21st June being the longest day. ईयर का सबसे बड़ा दिन कौन सा होता है, 21st जून. द लॉन्गेस्ट डे ऑफ द ईयर इज 21st June. It experiences longest day and shorter nights. On 21st June we can feel the day is very long and night is short. So on the 21st June it is the longest day of the year and night is very short. At this time the region between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole experiences a period of only daylight with no nights. When the region which are falling, we have seen the northern hemisphere, when some regions which countries are falling in the northern hemisphere, that time there is the summer season, that countries feeling summer season because the sun rays are directly coming on the north pole and the northern hemisphere has the summer season. Whatever the countries are falling in the northern hemisphere, that whole country is having the summer season, and 21st June is the longest day of the year and short night we feel that day. At this time the region between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole experiences a period of only daylight with no nights. The region, that means जो भी क्षेत्र, the region between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, the region, the areas, the places between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole experiences a period of long daylight with no nights. The southern hemisphere during this period is experiencing winter and days are shorter and nights are longer. Obviously in that day and night diagram also we have seen, when the North Pole is when the earth towards the sun and the sun rays directly coming on the earth, that time it is day and the other side of the earth is having the night. So the same it is here also, when the North Pole tilt toward the sun and sun rays are directly coming on the North Pole, that time the northern hemisphere is having the summer season, and whatever the regions are there, whatever the countries are coming in the northern hemisphere, that all country is having the summer season. At the another side on the map and the globe, there are only two poles, North Pole and South Pole. Obviously when the North Pole is having the summer season, so the South Pole, the other side of the earth, is having the winter season. At the same duration of the time when the North Pole is tilt toward the sun, that time it has a summer season, and at the another side the South Pole is feeling the winter season, and the southern hemisphere during this period is experiencing winter and the day are shorter. In the winter season we feel the day is shorter and nights are longer. So about 6 months later, then after 6 months. After 6 months later, on 22nd December, we notice that the South Pole is tilted toward the Sun. Now, in the 1st June, we have seen the North Pole is toward the Sun and it has a summer season, and at the same time duration, the South Pole is having the winter season. But now, after 6 months, on 22nd December, the South Pole is tilted toward the Sun. Now, the South Pole is tilted toward the Sun in the month of December. We notice that the South Pole is tilted toward the Sun and the overhead rays of the Sun are now falling on the Tropic of Capricorn. Now, in the South Pole, on the 22nd December, the South Pole tilt toward the Sun and the Sun rays are directly falling on the South Pole. And rays of the Sun are now falling on the Tropic of Capricorn. This position is called winter solstice. Now, this position is called winter solstice. Now, the southern hemisphere has the summer season with 22nd December being a longest day. Now, when the North Pole was still towards the Sun and sun rays were directly coming on the North Pole, and that time it was called the summer solstice. Now here on the 22nd December, the South Pole is still toward the Sun and the sun rays are directly falling on the South Pole, and that position is called winter solstice. And whatever the regions and the countries are falling in the southern hemisphere, that region is having the summer season, and with 22nd December is the longest, it is the longest day. It experiences longer day and shorter nights. Now here, if in the southern hemisphere the summer season is there, that time the the region experiences longer day and shorter nights. Places south of the Antarctic Circle experiences only daylight and no nights, but in the Antarctic Circle there is only daylight, no nights they feel over there. The northern hemisphere during this time has a shorter days and longer nights. Now, when the northern hemisphere is having the summer day, that time we have seen in the south hemisphere is having the winter season. Now in the winter season, now the southern, on the month of December, the southern hemisphere is having the summer season. That time, in the same time duration, the northern hemisphere is having the shorter days and longer nights. The position between 21 June and 22 December is the position 3 months after summer solstice. When the overhead rays are in transition from the northern to southern hemisphere and are overhead on the equator. Now this cycle is continuously going on, summer, winter and sometimes rainy also. This season we just feel when the northern pole tilt toward the sun, and sometimes when the southern pole is still toward the sun, and just because of the revolution of the earth around the sun is we feel the seasons. At this time the entire earth has day and night of equal duration. This position is known as autumnal equinox and occurs on 23rd September. So So here you can see 23rd September, the southern spring. There on 23rd September, what we can see, what is written there, similarly this position is known as the autumnal equinox and occurs on 23rd September. That means at the equal area they can feel equally day and night, they feel at that time. Similarly, the position of the earth between December 22 and June 21 is the 3 months after the winter solstice is like that the autumnal equinox, when the overhead rays are once again on the equator. Expect that the overhead rays of the sun are in the transition of the earth hemisphere to the northern hemisphere. This position is called spring or vernal equinox and occurs 21st March. That means on the 21st March we feel the spring season just because of the revolution of the earth. So here you just have to keep in your mind that just because of the revolution of the earth we feel the summer, we feel the winter, we feel the spring and autumn season. So here we have just completed our chapter 15. So I write here the main points of the chapter on the board. First you note down this, then we'll write the main points of the season. So the question answer of the chapter 15 and chapter 14 you have been already provided in the last Saturday. So now I am not taking the question answer because it's already you are having that. So we just write the summary of this and the glossary of this lesson. So you also have to write the glossary and short definition of this chapter. So the first one is plane of the earth orbit. Orbit means the level path on which the earth revolves around the sun. Now the second one is circle of illumination. The circle that separates areas of light and darkness on the earth. Now the third one, leap year. A year. The question can be like this: what is leap year? So the answer will be a year occurring once every 4 years, which has 366 days. The month of February has 29 days in leap year. For solstice, either of the two times in the year when the sun reaches its highest or lowest point in the sky at noon, marked by the longest and shortest days. Marked by the longest and shortest days. So the plane of Earth orbit, circle of illumination, leap year and the solstice. So this definition you have to write in your notebook and learn that definition. And the last one is equinox. There is no place to write this, so you just have to note down and copy this from this textbook in your notebook. So the plane of the earth orbit is the level path on which the earth revolves around the sun. It's called plane of earth's orbit. Now the circle of illumination, the circle that separates the area of light and darkness on the earth. Leap year, a year occurring once year, every 4 year, which has 366 days, and the month of February has 29 days in leap year. Solstice, either of the two times in the year when the sun reaches its highest or the lowest point in the sky at noon, marked by the longest and the shortest day. So you just have to note down these definitions in your notebook. Question answers are already provided you. So you have to see and you have to learn that question answer from that material only. Now we'll meet soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and thank you.